You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about something that we have sort of gotten into over the last couple of weeks. And I don't think this is a stretch. I haven't thought this was a stretch. I thought it was pretty obvious that there was some real sort of animosity towards Caitlin Clark from WNBA players, particularly the veterans. I mean, Diana Taurasi warned her about coming into the league. Brittany Griner warned her about coming into the league. Aja Wilson, I mean, making all the popularity around Caitlin Clark less about Caitlin as a player and about race. They got a real problem with this player, all right? They do. And, again, it's like they can't see the forest for the trees. All you need to look at is, A, the ratings at the WNBA draft, B, the biggest ratings in 23 years the other night when she played on ESPN2, the largest WNBA attendance gate in the history of the league yesterday in New York. That one game made over $2 million with almost 18,000 fans. It was sold out. And all of this means revenue generated. For all these players that's pissed and moaned, like Brittany Griner, about having to go overseas to make money, their cash cow has arrived. And they don't seem to understand that. They're jealous because they weren't able to move the needle. Well, look, you've walked around as acting like disgruntled employees, angry at the world over everything, including people's politics, for years and years and years, and that makes you unlikable. Sorry, not sorry. That's the way it is. Caitlin Clark comes in. She's not talking politics. She's not an activist. She wants to go out there and ball. Yesterday, she showed the reason she was the number one overall pick in the draft. But even at times yesterday, I thought even her teammates in the second half of the game, it felt like they froze her out. There were a couple of times where I swear I was like, she was wide open. She should have got the ball and got the look for the shot. But she did not get the ball for whatever reason. All right? I hope that's not the case with her teammates. But this, to me, this accusation is not a leap. Now, a lot of people have talked about this. This was a screen that Breanna Stewart set. There's Caitlin Clark right there. She's going to be coming down the court. Watch this screen. There's Breanna Stewart right there. Watch this screen right here. I mean, it was a hard screen, okay? Now, do I particularly think that was on purpose, vicious? I don't know. All right? It did look like a real good hard screen, that something that somebody like me that's old enough to remember what the NBA used to look like when it was really good, back in the Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks days, Celtics, Pacers, I mean, Bad Boys, all of those kind of things. But you can't help but wonder, is there something extra behind it? So let's go over here, Athlon Sports. Caitlin Clark has struggled adjusting to life in the WNBA with the Fever off to a winless start after 3 games. She showed out yesterday. They still lost, but there was no doubt why she was the number one pick in the draft. However, some couldn't help but notice that rivals seem to be hating on the rookie a bit too much. Sports personality for Odyssey, Trista Crick, and by the way, she used to work for Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy's outfit, shared this observation following the Fever's showdown with the New York Liberty on Saturday. For those who missed it, Clark went viral after she was decked by Breanna Stewart, with the youngster clearly stunned as she fell to her knees. Crick mentioned that she feels that other WNBA players have, quote, animosity towards Clark. I don't even think it's a question. In terms of Caitlin Clark, is it just me, or does it feel like the rest of the WNBA has extra, in caps, animosity for her? I know rookie hazing is normal, but this feels different. Look, I think a lot, like we just talked about, a lot of the comments tells you all you need to know from these players. You don't even have to read between the lines. They've made it obvious. They're jealous. Quote, in terms of Caitlin Clark, is it just me? Oh, well, that was the same quote. This statement, however, sparked plenty of debate among fans. While some agreed to Trista Crick, others mentioned that it's normal for players with so much hype to get that kind of treatment. Basically, some argued that what comes with being one of the most anticipated players to come to the WNBA. Quote, they're picking her up at 94 feet, face guarding, top locking, hard hedging her on almost every possession, and sides hasn't even made her the primary ball handler. Well, she did a better job in the first half yesterday. The coach did. There's some serious hazing energy from vets for sure, one commenter said. Another one said, well said, all the old women are consumed with jealousy. It's actually embarrassing to watch. They want to destroy the poor girl. Look, it's their job to make her life uncomfortable on the court. But unfortunately, their comments lead you to believe there's something else going on. Some WNBA fans disagreed, though, noting that animosity isn't the right word. LeBron went through some of the same sheesh, but he had a physical advantage over other players. Pro players are going to test and go at ultra-hyped talent, especially as a rookie that's hyped. That was a follower that answered Crick back. The players are always going to be like this towards someone people are crowning as the best. That's fine. It's competition. It's the W supporters that are starting to get weird to me with how excited they are about her struggling and stuff, a supporter furthered. That's not surprising to me at all. I mean, look, the minute amount of WNBA fans that were already present are furious right now. They're furious. Why? This girl from Mid-America just showed up and broke the needle immediately upon arrival, and the few fans that's been watching this league, they're furious over it. They're blatantly rooting against Caitlin Clark. I don't get it. Are you the same people that have been pissing and moaning about salaries being too low? Because Caitlin Clark is the way that the salaries finally go up in what was a NBA subsidized league. It's crazy. Can't see the forest for the trees. I don't doubt for a second. These other WNBA players, a lot of them, they're going to headhunt Caitlin Clark. There's no doubt about it. Which is wild. It is wild. I saw where, I believe it might have been Jeff Teague, some ex-NBA player, current NBA player, said on some show that, look, these players ought to recognize this is their shot as a league to turn it into something much larger than it's been. And they've got to get past their own egos. All right, because you know what's happening? We saw it the other night. The Phoenix Mercury played the Las Vegas Aces, two of the best teams in the league. Particularly the Aces is supposed to be, what, the New York Yankees of the league right now, technically speaking? With all their success and their recent championships, Caitlin Clark's game went off. 1.6 million people turned the TV right off afterwards. And I made a point to say I actually think people chose to not watch that game after Aja Wilson's comments about race and Caitlin Clark. They actually lost viewers they would have gotten for that. I don't know. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports supporters. Are WNBA players headhunting Caitlin Clark? I think so. I don't even think that's a stretch. I don't. I mean, yeah, you're going to have some normal rookie hazing, roughing the player up, all of that. It's normal. But this feels different, in quotes. My feels is in quotes. Different. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.